the Gaula. Such a wild piece of water.
Accidental sneak line. I was trying to avoid the hole obviously, but not that much.
Past my bedtime.
Midnight. Midnight.
Definitely past my bedtime. Oh, that was perfect.
That was an amazing lap down this river. I'm not going to call it a river. The Gaula is a series of lakes, and at the end of each lake, it flows out into a massive rapid, and then it flows into another lake, and the process repeats itself 6 or 7 times. Really unique piece of water, and I'm stoked to finally get it. I've wanted to do it for a few years now. Shout out to Highwater Hansen for motivating us to make the rally over from Voss. That was a wicked day. We started late in the afternoon, we got done just after midnight, and that's part of the magic of Norway in the summer. It doesn't get dark and you can do things like that. Anywhere else in the world, that would not work out like that. I was sketched out about the Gaula from the beginning. I've heard of a few people taking big impacts or getting hurt on this river, and that's not something I want to do because I want to kayak forever and go as hard as possible, especially in this summer season. So I was not looking to take any hits on this river. And the first rapid, when we were looking at that from the side of the river, from the road, I could see the spray just like exploding out. Whenever I see that, I know that the water is landing hard onto rocks for the water to spray back up that viciously and at those angles. And then we ferried over and we looked at it and I was like, okay, it's fine. Like, although the water is hitting rocks on the right hand side, it's not hitting rocks anywhere near our line. And it's also this cool kicker. and you're going to fly out away from any issues. So that was a really cool start to that river. I did see in a video someone plugging down the middle. I think it was lower, or I don't know, but whew, that would be an intimidating line. I was not motivated for that line. I was stoked on the kicker line. Yeah, and then you get 2 or 3 rapids in, and then you come to that monster one that you see in the videos, and I'm guilty of it as well, but I think especially in this day and age, because there's just so much content of places, people are especially guilty of it. Just because you've seen it on video does not mean that it's good to go in any way. And just because someone has done something once or twice does not mean that that's it and it's safe every time. It's always a different, it can always be a different outcome to what you've seen. So lots and lots of respect for every rapid, no matter how many times you've seen it on video. The Gaula, I have not seen that much footage of. I watched it first on Adrian Kiernan's video of the first descent and loved it, and I was like, oh my god, I have to go there. And the centerpiece of that edit is this huge rapid. And when I got there and I saw the rock pile afterwards, I was like, oh my god. Like, that thing is so vicious. There's just so many rocks and there's so much water coming down and hitting it. And weird things can happen when there's that much water hitting that many rocks. And I was sketched out by it. And I was stoked that we had the young buck Robbie there who was motivated to test it out and probe it out. And he went and I was like, and he was fine. And I was like talking to him afterwards. I was like, did you hit any rocks? Did it hurt? Is your back okay? Like ribs? Like everything's good? And he's like, I didn't feel anything. And I was like, huh? How does that work? And I was like, oh, maybe it was a lucky line. The rest of the boys went, they also said they didn't feel anything. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I have full confidence that I won't flip and that will be upright. And if they're not hitting rocks and there's been a couple of good lines down it, then, I have no reason to not go, even if I don't feel that comfortable with it entirely. So I went for it and I was dropping in down that beautiful, huge rolling ramp and I was like, oh, here it comes. And I did not feel anything. It was crazy. I just felt like I was floating down the water. And a lot of times when you're kayaking, even if you're not hitting rocks, you can sort of feel whether they're around you or not. But on that rapid, I felt nothing. I didn't know where I was just whited out. And yeah, I just felt like I was floating. It's really crazy and unique. There's a bunch more good rapids on the Gaula. We filmed what we could, but we were definitely just trying to get down the river, especially because it was so late in the day, rather than try and focus on filming. I will link Adrian Kiernan's video in the video description. You can check out his edit. They've got drones. It's the first descent. Definitely worth a watch. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this edit, and I'll catch you in the next one. Or maybe I'll catch some of you guys on the water. I just got back to Europe, so yeah, I am around in the usual kayaking spots for a little bit now.